Yo, it's your bud. I want to say something. I joke a lot, right? But I'm gonna be a little serious about this. When it comes to this homosexuality, we know, and a lot of people know. Let me turn this up so you can hear me. We know, and a lot of people know that. Oh, it's already up. That a sin is a sin, and there's lots of homosexuals that understand that it's a sin, and it doesn't matter to them. And so that I understand. We sin, and we know it's a sin, yet we do it anyway. That's fine. But, and so there's forgiveness. Jesus died on a cross so you can be forgiven, because it's a forward payment plan. It's like, I die now so that one day when you need forgiveness, then you can refer back to me, because I already handled the cost. It's a forward payment. It's a I forgive what you owe. So it's like credit. It's like building credit. It's like, okay, when you come up short, you can ask me for forgiveness. You can ask me for forgiveness, and because I forgave before you owe. So you can be forgiven. You have been forgiven. Okay? So it's a pay for plan. Okay? So I can be forgiven, and I can be a forgiving person. So we understand that. That's not my problem. My problem, because everybody sins, and everybody going to need to be forgiven. Well, my concern is that when we condone somebody's sin, when we say it's okay, when we go along with. Now, to that point, let us look at this situation with the homosexuals or pedophiles or whatever you want to call it. I consider somebody who attacks a young girl a pedophile. I consider somebody who attacks a young boy, a man that attacks a young boy, a homosexual pedophile. We don't seem to make those distinction here, but I think it'd be different if some of them priests only attack little girls, as opposed to it's different when one of them priests attacks only little boys. He's a homosexual. Okay, there is a difference. Lots of people try to say, "Oh no, it's just the same." It's not the same. Okay, but we condone homosexual. It's okay. So I mean, a lot of people are. My problem is, saying it's okay and going along with something that we know is wrong. So even if you know it's wrong, that's like, look, I know you're an alcoholic. I know it's killing you, but here, I'm going to give you money for alcoholism. A lot of people will be like, oh, I'm not going to give that beggar $1 because they're just going to spend it out on alcohol, or I'm not going to give you money because I know you're just going to use it for drugs, So we won't condone that kind of bad behavior, right? It's the behavior. We know you're addicted. We know you're addicted. We know you're sick. We know you need help. We know there's something not right. Okay? But to condone it is another thing. Now we got the situation where we're saying, oh, the church shouldn't have never condoned it. To go along with something that we know is wrong. That's the same situation we got with a marriage in America. Now we're saying it's okay. Now it's different when it comes back to you, right? When it comes back to you, at the same token, we cannot say, oh, the Pope went along with this. Now we want to jump on him for going along with this. Okay, we knew that there was pedophiles, and we knew that they were attacking little boys and little girls and destroying little boys who haven't had a chance. They're attacking these little boys in a homosexual type of manner, Now, again, a pedophile is a pedophile, yes. But, whether they attack a boy and a girl, it's two different things. Okay, they're both wrong. Okay, but they're two different things. Okay, so it's going to be a lot harder for a little boy to deal with a grown man attacking him sexually as it is for a little girl for having a male. You know what I mean? Now you see what I'm saying? So anyway, what I'm saying about is like, okay, we want to judge the Pope for going along. Now, he didn't go along with this situation. He didn't go along with it. What he did was he tried to cover and hide and things like that, or to dismiss it or whatever. I think he should have taken him completely out of business, taken him out of the ministry. So they have a thing like that. Now, whether he was, that's where I think he was wrong. That he should have taken this guy, and what they did was try to move it, try to hide it, or even cover it up, or they didn't bring charges or didn't deal with this person to stop. Well, that's where I think there's wrong. But I understand the church, how they operate, and we understand that the church operates this differently. That's no longer the case. So he's made the distinction between, if you do wrong, you've done wrong, and if it's punishable by the law, you get prosecuted by the law. So what they've done is made a change from being punishable by the church, how they deal with it within their system. And I don't know if the church has a system for dealing with that. And obviously it doesn't. If it didn't bring those people to the law, it didn't have they don't have their own system to deal with it. They don't have their own what do they call it? Penal system. They don't have their own municipal system. I forgot what it is. But so they don't have a way to jail a priest. All they could do was move the priest along, move them around or something. I think they should have just taken him out of the ministry or put him somewhere or something, or had something like that. But they don't have a jail system within it. So in a way, I sort of, they're an enclosed kind of system. I understand. But they have a way. But but my point is that I'm glad, the point that people can see now that there is a different, for those who sit, my point is, for those who sit around and say, marriage is okay, for condoning it, saying that, oh, it's okay. You're no better than any of the priests or any of those other people who condone or who had let it go by. Oh, it doesn't matter, let it go by. That's my point. Anybody who said that oh, just let it go by, you're just the same as just condoning it. You're just as guilty. So if you want to point a finger at those priests for the homosexual pedophilia acts and stuff like that were acted upon children, that they actually did something against children, and they knew that they were doing something, that those guys were laying their hands on children sexually, then you're no better, and had said that, oh, it was okay that they covered it up, then you're no better from the same ones who say, oh, it's okay for people, knowing it's a sin, knowing it's just in the Bible, just as anything else, homosexuality, that there's something wrong, knowing that it don't create life, knowing that there ain't no life in it, and who are willing to subsidize it. Adoption agencies and laws and lawmakers who are willing to subsidize it, then you're no different than what's happening with the church. And as far as I'm concerned, this is just another one of those situations where the chickens are coming home. I don't know how they say it, but the roost is coming home, or the chickens are coming home to roost. It's the same difference. So if you condone that, you can't say that if you let that slide, you're no different from the priest that let that situation slide. You can't judge them.